Hey guys, we just got out of watching Your Name, which is I was gonna say Japanese anime, which is an anime movie that came out in 2016, but it was released yesterday in theaters in the U.S.
On the 7th. Not yesterday.
Oh, on the 7th? Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't. Sorry, I'm like time traveling. Yes. If so this is going to be basically a quick little 30 second review, and then we're going to get to spoilers because it's hard for me to talk about this without spoiling things. So basically, if you watched 5 centimeters per second, which is another anime movie I really recommend watching.
Made by the same director.
Yeah, same director. Or if you like anime in general with a good story and good characters, especially romance or drama anime, I recommend you watch this in theaters in the big screen because it has beautiful imagery. That if you watch it on a small screen, it's still beautiful. It's so much better seeing it in the big screen. So yeah, I really recommend watching this movie, and we're gonna go back. We're gonna go into spoilers right now. So watch the movie first, and then come back and watch this review. So, anything you want to say about the movie?
I just think the movie has so many it has so many happy moments. It just makes you just want to laugh and whatever. But it can also get to where it just really makes you want to cry and just makes you think about so much at the moment, and you just start tearing up, and it's like, oh my god, it breaks your heart as if you are in the movie.
Yes.
And I really really like that. It goes back and forth.
Yeah.
But it's in a good way. It's not like it's too much happiness, too much sadness. It's just perfect. It evens out everything.
Yeah, with my experience with this director, 5 centimeters per second is way more depressing. It's not that many happy moments. Here, I like the change because I don't like being depressed too much. But there's so many moments here that there's so many good comedy moments mixed with good emotional moments. It's really emotional, and I actually got myself tearing up. Quite a few scenes.
But they were ruined.
Yeah, there was. We'll talk about that later, but yeah, I teared up in a few scenes. I actually got really into the movie, and I really gotta give credit to the characters here, and they're the ones who brought the story forward a lot, because through with the two main characters, you could see their reactions to each other. Yeah, because they're constantly. This movie's about these two characters switching each other's bodies. They're in each other's bodies a lot, and they're constantly switching. They're constantly, and then when they find out, they're giving each other advice and stuff. So it's like they're talking, and you start knowing them. You start learning from them. It's like getting to know an actual person. But so that makes me feel like I'm actually getting to know them. So whenever something happens to them or something a certain event occurs, I actually care.
Yeah.
And that really helps out with this movie. Anything you gotta say about the characters?
The characters, I really like how was more about the other main character, the girl, Mitsuha. How after she set up a date with a dude with another girl, whatever. It wasn't until then she realized that she actually liked him, and she started crying, and she didn't even notice until she was doing her hair.
I like that.
Yeah. I really like when she just looked at herself and she was like, why am I crying?
No, and I also like when Taki, he wakes up crying.
Yeah.
And that kind of shows that she was crying in his body also.
Yeah.
So I don't know, it's that's one of the other things I really love about this movie. There's so much detail in just even the slightest hints of character movements.
Mm-hmm.
There's these scenes almost at one of the few last times that they actually switch bodies. Taki's in Mitsuha's body, and he's running to a certain place, and he runs a certain way.
Mm-hmm.
He's more boyish, and then they switch back. And then she starts running somewhere else, and then she runs a more girly way. I like that kind of detail. There's so many other moments in this movie where that kind of detail doesn't pass up. They actually paid so much attention to character, and I really had to appreciate that. And not only that detail, but also details in the imagery. It's just so beautiful. Some landscapes, some large bodies of water, even the sky shots, which they're just so beautiful, which is why I really recommend watching this in theaters. But other than the beauty, the story, and
Yeah.
it's just so it's so different. I haven't seen something like this before. It's a romance, almost time travel kind
Yeah.
of thing. And I'm not a fan of time travel movies, but this is just like it's mixed with romance, which I've never seen before. And it's just I love that. You know, it's unique and
Oh my god. That is just whenever
yeah.
they started to forget each other's names, like I was like, oh my god, no. Like I always like wanted to cry every time I watched the movie because I watched the movie like 5 times. Like each time, it's like it just broke me down and I always wanted to cry. Because,
Yeah.
like you just forget someone you're not supposed to.
Yeah,
That's
especially
like the saddest thing ever.
yeah, they can't do anything about it
Yeah.
either. It's like it's just it's depressing.
Yeah.
And at the same time, you know, there's like those moments of joy. So there's a big feeling of melancholy in this movie, and yeah. What else do you have to say?
I really
Anything
like
else you wanna add?
their use of the red ribbon
Oh,
that
yeah.
she had on her hair, and how like a lot of people always talk about the red string of faith, how people are destined to like together to be together. I really like their use of that and how like in the beginning the little intro they had,
Yes.
like the red ribbon was tied around them and how they would always like attach it to them. Like I really really like that.
Yeah, there's a big conversation I know you liked about with the grandmother.
Oh yeah.
About you know she basically explains like what they do in the shrine and stuff.
Yeah.
And how that connects with fate and stuff. And there's this one really beautiful scene. I just love that scene where he drinks this alcohol or like this sake she made Mitsuha made earlier in the movie, and he goes to this like trance.
Yeah.
And it's just so beautiful how everything connects. It's just one string. It's just you're just
Yeah.
following that string, and it just basically tells you her story, and it's just so beautiful and of course mixed with the music. They have such beautiful songs in here and beautiful music. The only thing I felt was wrong with this movie was it felt a little bit longer than it needed to be. And I think you told me that the director actually had his own cut that was actually like you know
Yeah.
you did they never actually had that happy ending, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so like I did feel like I actually felt it, you know, they were kind of holding back in the depressing stuff.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm glad they didn't make it so
Yeah.
depressing because even then, even after watching the movie, I was depressed anyway. So like I'm kind of glad they held back. So yeah, that's the only thing. It did feel a little longer than it should be, just a little. But it's not even that. It's not even a bad thing. It's just I did feel that.
Yeah.
Did you have anything like you didn't like about the movie?
No.
No, so you just loved everything.
Except for the people in the theater.
What I do want to talk about this here is damn, why is it every time we're in an anime movie there are people who just talk loud, who just loud, they're
Yeah.
obnoxious, and they take me out
Yeah.
of like the feeling I have in the movie. You want to talk about this?
If you're gonna watch an anime movie, like even if you think you're funny or right, just don't talk so
Please,
loud.
yes.
Because there's other people who actually do find it very heartwarming or whatever.
Yeah,
and it's just
distracting.
like it's distracting. Even if you do think it's funny, don't laugh out loud because you sound really ignorant and stupid and really annoying. You know, just like hush and just let people enjoy it.
But yeah, it's just please respect the theater and be quiet.
Yeah.
Unless it's a comedy movie, then yeah, of course laughing. But I just found it really rude and
Yeah.
some loud talkers and stuff. But other than that, this movie was so beautiful. And do you want to give your grade for it? What would you give it?
I give it a 9.
A 9?
Yes.
So what is that point you would take away that that doesn't make it a 10?
Oh, you mean?
Yeah. Well, while you think,
Okay.
I gave it a 9, and you know I already explained why. It's because
Mm-hmm.
I felt like it was a little longer, and they did kind of held back, which at the same time isn't. I kind of appreciated it,
Mm-hmm.
but it is a bit longer, so that's why I give it a 9. Other than that, it would be a 10,
Mm-hmm.
but and that experience I had, but yeah, I gave it a 9. So you want to give it a 10?
I get a 9.5.
And then, all right, so that's our grades.
Yeah, it's the same thing because I did feel like it was long, but it's not a bad thing. It was just
Yeah, it is. You feel it.
Yeah.
In the core. But yeah, if you're a fan of this kind of anime, like romance, deep romances, I really do recommend watching this, especially the few days it's in theaters right now. Really take advantage of that and watch it in theaters.
Yeah.
And if you don't, you can always get it when it comes out because it is worth getting. I might actually want to get it. Yeah, if you have seen the movie, do tell us what you thought about it in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. And we'll see you guys next time. It's a how do you say that, melancholy or melancholy? Melancholy. Okay.
Melancholy.
Shut up. So there's a big feeling of
melancholy. Melancholy.
How is it, melancholy?
Melancholy.
Okay. So there's a big feeling.
A big feeling of melancholy.
Okay, no, start over because I was like, okay, do it again. Okay, I'll say it because I was in the middle of saying it. So there's a big feeling of melancholy. Melancholy. Okay, shut up. Okay. There's a big feeling of melancholy.
Wait, I need to clean my glasses.
God damn. Melancholy?
Yes.
Okay. There's a big feeling of melancholy, right?
Yes.
Okay.